Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cloud series. In the last episode, we talked about virtualization, the tech that lets one server act like many. Today, we're zooming in on what makes that possible, a hypervisor. What is it? How does it work? And what's the difference between Type 1 and Type 2? Let's find out. What is a hypervisor? A hypervisor is a special layer of software, or firmware, that lets you run multiple virtual machines, VMs, on one physical machine. It divides up your computer's resources, CPU, RAM, storage, and allocates them to each VM as needed. Think of it as the operating system that manages all your virtual computers. Real-life analogy. Imagine a hotel building. The building is the physical server. Each hotel room is like a virtual machine, and the building manager is the hypervisor. Each guest, VM, has their own room, isolated environment. They share the same building, hardware. The manager, hypervisor, ensures smooth operations. No fights over power or Wi-Fi. The hypervisor ensures isolation, fair resource use, and smooth operation, just like that building manager. There are two major types of hypervisors, and they're built for different use cases. Type 1 hypervisor, bare metal hypervisor. What it is. A Type 1 hypervisor is installed directly on the physical hardware, no regular operating system underneath. It becomes the operating system for virtual machines. Think of it like you're building apartments, VMs, right on top of the land, the hardware, no other structure in between. Key features. Highest performance, no OS overhead. Better security and stability. Ideal for enterprise servers and cloud platforms. Used by data centers, cloud providers like AWS, Azure, GCP. Examples: VMware ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V bare metal version, KVM kernel-based virtual machine, Type 2 hypervisor, hosted hypervisor. What it is. A Type 2 hypervisor runs on top of an existing operating system like Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. It's an app you install, just like Chrome or Zoom. Think of it like you're setting up mini apartments inside your home OS. The home is your main OS, and the VMs are like guest rooms. Key features. Easy to install and use. Good for development, testing, and learning. Slightly lower performance due to OS overhead. Used by developers, students, and tech hobbyists. Testing environments on laptops or PCs. Examples: Oracle VirtualBox, VMware Workstation/Fusion, Parallels Desktop, Mac OS. Comparison: Type 1 versus Type 2 hypervisors. Runs on Type 1, bare metal. This type runs directly on the physical hardware. There's no traditional operating system underneath. The hypervisor itself controls the hardware. Type 2, hosted. This one runs on top of an existing operating system like Windows or Mac OS, just like any other app. Speed. Type 1. Since there's no middle layer like an operating system, Type 1 is the fastest and most efficient. It uses all the system's resources directly. Type 2. Because it has to run through an operating system, it's a bit slower and has more overhead, especially if you're running heavy workloads. Best for Type 1. This is perfect for enterprise environments and cloud data centers where performance, reliability, and scalability are critical. Type 2. Best for developers, students, or testers who want to try out different operating systems or run apps in a virtual machine on their laptop. Setup. Type 1. To use a Type 1 hypervisor, you install it directly onto a bare machine. It replaces the OS, so setup is a bit more involved and often done on servers. Type 2. This one is super easy to install. Just download it and run it like any other software, no need to wipe your system. Examples. Type 1. Popular Type 1 hypervisors include VMware ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V, and KVM. These are often used by cloud providers like AWS or Azure. Type 2. Examples of Type 2 hypervisors include Oracle VirtualBox, VMware Workstation, and Parallels Desktop for Mac. Great for personal or test use. Which one should you use? If you're working in cloud or enterprise IT, go with Type 1. If you're testing or learning on your laptop, Type 2 is easier to get started with. Each has its place, it all depends on your goals. So now you know, the hypervisor is the control center for virtualization. Whether it's Type 1 or Type 2, it's what makes cloud computing possible. Next time, we're diving into containers versus virtual machines and why containers are shaking up the cloud world. If this helped you understand hypervisors better, give it a thumbs up, drop your questions below, and hit subscribe.